A good ghost story will scare you into the Halloween spirit, and we have one for you. In his Town Team Report, Terry Martin brings you the story of a Central Illinois home that may truly be haunted.
3 years ago, it seemed like a great deal. An old church turned home with more than 3,000 square feet. It was such a deal, Brian Hendrian didn't question why the previous sellers moved out after just 7 months. But Hendrian soon found that he had bought more than he bargained for. Now at night, as he lays in bed, sounds come from the old sanctuary.
It's like a whole bunch of voices wrapped into one. You can't make out what they say, though.
And things would disappear around the house, like his keys. To make sure he wasn't leaving them around anywhere, he would place them on this hook. He even tried taping them down.
But when he'd go to get them, the keys would be gone. Then, one night, at the foot of his bed, stood a ghostly image.
A man with a top hat and wearing a trench coat. He'll just stand there and look at you and fade away.
Down the hall, in a second bedroom, a roommate also experienced a paranormal event.
He got up, flew into my bedroom, and he said, I just saw a pair of glowing eyes that went from one side of the room to the other, and he was out that door lickety-split.
In that same bedroom, his cousin later saw the apparition Hendrian described, with the top hat and coat.
He described it to a T, and I had not even told him a thing about it.
6 months ago, his fiancée moved in, unaware of the home's history.
One night she was laying there, and she said she felt somebody caressing her leg, and she turned around, and I was dead asleep. And she hears footsteps walking up in the attic, and the attic is totally sealed off, you know. So, and I kept all this hush-hush. I didn't want to tell anybody.
But in August, Hendrian called Troy Taylor, who's authored a series of books on ghosts and investigates hauntings. Taylor says he doesn't begin by looking for ghosts.
If there's an explanation, that's what I want to find first.
His investigators checked out the house, took normal and infrared photos. They also screened the home with an electromagnetic field tester that Taylor says can pick up a ghost energy field.
Using the witness accounts that Brian was able to give us and our own testing, we did determine that there is something going on in this house.
Taylor believes buildings can be haunted by the energy of past lives.
For some reason, this energy repeats itself over and over and over again through time, like a VCR tape or an old film loop.
Who's to say what lies beyond the grave?
You have to think at the bigger picture. So what's beyond this world? We don't know.
With your Town Team Report in Millmine, Terry Martin, WAND News.
Hendrian says the ghost hasn't harmed anyone, but still he's hoping with the investigation, the ghost will decide to finally move on. And stay with us, Lante's up next with sports.